Good afternoon, everybody. Organizers, can we start?
Good afternoon, everyone. I extend a warm welcome to all of you. I find immense pleasure in introducing Dr. M.Vasanthi ma'am, who had been working as a professor and head of the Department of Biotechnology and also a dean in academic courses at Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology. She has a master's degree in biochemistry and doctorate in life science. She is also a consultant at R&D for AVN Ayurveda Formulations Private Limited Madurai and N. Ramavarya Ayurveda Foundation Madurai and also a technical consultant at VIP Bioproducts Madurai. She has 21 years of experience in research, 14 years of teaching experience and 7 years of industry experience. She won Women Innovator Award from LRAMP Innovations in 2006, which is promoted by IIT Chennai and Rural Innovations Network Chennai. She has also won the Innovator Incubator Support from LRAMP IIT Chennai for scientific validation of immunomodulator for poultry. She has also published research articles in peer-reviewed Indian and international journals. She has successfully completed research projects sponsored by AICTE India, actively involved in organizing medal C camps and career counseling for students are some of her social contributions. Now I welcome Dr. Vasanthi ma'am to start the session.
Thank you, Engineer Noorul Hamitha, for those warm words of introduction. I'm sure your introduction must have left the audience a little confused. What is that a biotechnologist or a person from a life science background doing in a FDP organized by the Department of EEE on a very recent topic? So kindly give me a minute so that I can share my screen. Before I share my screen, I would like to really digitally interact with few of the participants. I don't know why the organizers have chosen me for an afternoon session, which is always considered to be a very difficult period for participants of an FDP or a conference or an STTP. It's a little difficult, I do understand. Now that we are all working from home and then there's a lot of adjustments that has to be done in the home front, both by the men and the women. And also, this is a post-lunch session. But definitely, I'll try my level best and see to it that these 2 hours, if not, I can make it a memorable one. At least I promise not to make it a waste of time for you people. So that assurance I can do. I can make it still memorable for me and you with your cooperation. So just try to give me a brief. The organizers, of course, Engineer Noorul Hamitha did give me a profile of you people that you are associate professors, assistant professors, and research scholars. But are you all from which only electrical and electronics engineering background, or are you people from other engineering disciplines also? Please switch on your mic. 5 minutes, I think this ice breaking we can do. Please switch on your mic and then tell me your name and your, please, participants. I can even
good afternoon, madam. My name is P.R. Iyer. I am associated very deeply with your college and I like them very much. I like all the teachers. I like all the faculty. I'm just there. I am an electrical engineer, all right, but I love your college and the way they conduct things. That is the reason I'm here. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Come on, R. Indumati, Ramesh GB, Rani Totungal. Looks like a Telugu surname. Naveen Sharma. I don't know.
Myself, C. Anand Kumar, Assistant Professor in the Department of EEE, Sri Ramakrishna Institute of Technology, Coimbatore, ma'am.
Wonderful, wonderful. Welcome.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yeah.
This is Professor Ramesh GB from Gopta Institute of Technology, Belagavi, Karnataka.
Oh, wonderful.
So I am from same domain, madam, electrical and electronics engineer. I am working as assistant professor right now. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Kannada, Matada, Veda. I don't know. Of course, I can speak Telugu. If there are any people from Telugu, please respond. Anybody
Okay.
from North India, please. Kannada, I can understand, but I cannot speak. I'll learn it from you.
Okay, madam. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Anybody
Sure,
else? Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Anybody? Mr. Naveen Sharma, please let me know. Loganathan Paraniyappan, where are you from? Mr. Umesh Prabhu, Ms. Krishnaveni, Sumitra, Guruji Ravur, Gururaj Ravur.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
this is Lonagan from Engineering from Salem.
Oh, wonderful.
Working as an assistant electrical
Umurla
department.
nalla irka?
Hello.
Salemla safe irka?
Salem safe ah dhaan madam irukku, onnum problem illa.
Wonderful pa, nice, nice. So ninglu triple E ah?
Madam?
Triple E background ah?
Professor in EEE.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Jayam Kondan, what a nice name. Rani irkingla, outside our organization, Rani Totungal. Shanti Mary Anthony. Okay, assuming that you are all from Triple E background, now it is all the more important. Before I set the tone of my talk, I sincerely thank Dr. Kalyani, Dean Examinations and Senior Professor of the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering of Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology. Ever since outcome-based education was introduced in our institution, from 2016 onwards, both of us have been very closely associated and very intensely working on developing systems and processes in our institution to practice outcome-based education. So whatever I am going to deliver today is the brain work of a lot of people in our institution, especially the few things which me and Dr. Kalyani have worked very closely together. In fact, both of us have been attending a lot of NPTEL courses and to understand accreditation, the nuances of outcome-based education too. So thank you, Dr. Kalyani, for this wonderful opportunity given to me. A lot of energetic.
Our invitation in a short notice. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. Thanks to Dr. Prince Winston, the head of the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Department of Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology, and all the members of the staff who are the organizing committee or part of the organizing committee. I really know the kind of work, hard work, perseverance and commitment and the efforts, time each one of them are putting right from the series 1. They are doing total justice to every amount that is being received from AICT and the biggest honor that has been conferred on our institution and to the Department of EEE by AICT to hold an FDP on a multidisciplinary topic. So now I have completed my thanking session. I really wish that the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering many more laurels and to organize many such important and interesting programs for the benefit of faculty. Is my screen visible?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the only connection I have got because the session title has got nothing to do on the technical aspects of Mission Learning and Deep Learning in Electrical Engineering. That is a wonderful title, and as a person who is associated with the academic courses responsibility of an autonomous institution, I really congratulate the entire team of Electrical and Electronics Engineering for coming out with such a brilliant multidisciplinary topic, which is going to revolutionize not only the field of computer science and information technology, but all branches of engineering and technology. But today I am here. Kindly bear with me. According to your calendar, I have spent more than 18 minutes. My talk should have started at 1:30. Now it is 1:48, 18 minutes. But this ice breaking is very, very important for us to really get connected emotionally. Because as a teacher, I always don't see the cognitive domain, which Bloom's taxonomy teaches us. Remember, understand, apply, analyze, create, and evaluate. That's cognition. That is at the cognitive level. That is at the knowledge level. And there's another one which all of us as teachers have to really take care of in taking our next generation engineers is the skill development. That is why our curriculum is enriched with laboratory, because the theory courses can only focus more on knowledge, but it is only in the laboratory there is integration of knowledge and skill. That is where the student learns circuit diagrams, the connectivity, the simulation modelings, the working of electronic devices, to validate the working principle of whatever he has learnt in the theory. So the skill development part takes place through the laboratory courses, and I know in this pandemic situation, the tough situation each of you as teachers of especially electrical and electronics engineering are facing. I know it's very, very difficult. A lot of tools you have to download. You need to first run it and see, because it's not that you can give any kind of Tom, Dick and Harry values. In the simulation tool, you have to give appropriate values. Otherwise, current madri shock adikum. We know electrical and electronics engineering always have to be very careful. It is 400 volt. So more and more difficult in subjects like basic engineering disciplines like mechanical. How do you teach engineering graphics and engineering mechanics online? How do you teach electrical and electronics fundamental principles and laboratory in online mode? Similarly with civil engineering, how do you show the construction? So I do really understand, and my sincere appreciations out to each one of you, the teachers there, and the research scholars who are really working very hard in transmitting knowledge according to the curriculum to the students. So the title today, I am entitled, I am authorized to come and address you all people. It's only because we have been practicing in our institution outcome-based education, and we have been focusing on a lot of pedagogical initiatives in outcome-based education. Last March 15th, 2020, none of us would have advised our students. For out there, people from Karnataka and Andhra, I can even tell it again in Telugu if you can understand, but certain things only if I talk in the native language, it will have that punch. We were only telling our students, mobile don't spend nariya neram on your mobile. Kannu kettu poirum, mind kettu poirum, carry over ava. Vena. And parent-teacher meeting, we have made appeal to the parents. Romba mobile kudukadinga, romba mobile use panna vidadinga. March 2021, can we say the same thing? Abde 180-degree turn aiduthupa. The same teacher, ide vai, vadivelu joke madri, idu nalla vai, nara vai la solla mudiyadhu. That's a nice comedy. Ella cheppali as a teacher. Mobile oddu. We were telling, ఇప్పుడు మొబైలే కావాలి, మొబైలే దేవుడు, మొబైలే కాలేజ్, మొబైలే లెసన్స్. कैसे होता है यार? कुछ नहीं होगा. मोबाइल के बिना जिंदगी भी नहीं, पढ़ाई भी नहीं. How do you really go and tell the students? We have to undergo this Dasavadaram life. We have now reincarnated ourselves. And we have quickly adapted. We as teachers, we have adapted. But please understand if our students have adapted. Please understand if our students have adapted. So there's going to be a lot of pedagogical initiatives which we as teachers have to take if this online mode is going to continue. And let me tell you, now our institutions, management are not going to tell us to get back completely to classroom atmosphere. It is now going to be only blended. It is only going to be a sandwich. We are going to tell our students, please come to my class at 7 o'clock. So now, no looking back. Now there's no looking back. Now that all of us have got used to it, including students, and no wonder he will even tell, sir, in this electrical second year, Dr. Kalyani, can you tell me some paper of your this semester, some paper title?
Yeah, circuit theory is there, ma'am. Very fundamental paper of EEE.
Circuit theory, some higher semester paper, 6th semester.
Yeah, maybe power electronics, power system analysis.
Power electronics. Now, Loganathan sir, our student might come and tell, I am not going to attend Prince Winston sir's class, Dr. Loganathan sir's class. MIT professor class is there at 8 o'clock. I will go attend there. We cannot stop him. We cannot stop him. So, now that we have all, thank you, Dr. Kalyani, and circuit theory, I do understand the great difficulty the teachers used to face and the continuous, the activity-based learning approaches they have brought in to really take circuit theory subject to the students. Now everything is now a new environment, 1 year old, and we teachers have to tell, don't worry, I have really created a Teams app for you. I have really created a digital classroom environment. I have posted all my class notes, PPT, discussions, points, everything there. You go and see there. Some of them I have sent you through email. I will even start a blog for our understanding. So all these things have now started. So now it is even more important. We need to know about pedagogical initiatives which we have to follow for outcome-based education. Because I see a mix of professors and senior teachers who are already familiar with outcome-based education, please relax. 10 minutes, you can even go and attend to your work. Definitely, if you are the head of the department, you would have given some work. If you are a faculty member associated with the department, the HOD would have given a work. And all HOD's famous line. I am also HOD. Dr. Kalyani has served as HOD for a long period. Dr.Prince Winston will also agree that all HODs have a ketta bad habit. Send one template, send on or before 5 p.m. Send by tomorrow. Always. That is because from the other side, it is very urgent. And we need time for collating it. So if you have some important task, please attend to it. This is especially for the research scholars and the junior staff members. Just a 10-slide introduction, 10 minutes introduction on what is outcome-based education. Should I go on a screen mode? Yeah. Now is it visible? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So now, why outcome-based education? If your college thinks that every program has to be accredited by NBA, then you need this word, OBE. Why will my college think that a program should go for accreditation? For the entire college, quality benchmarking is NAAC. NAAC is at the institute level, but NBA accreditation is at the program level. Madam Naduratri 12 மணிக்கு எங்கெல்லாமோ போறோம். Why should my program, which I am teaching as a faculty, get accredited by NBA? Because, gentlemen and gentle ladies, AICT is going to mandatorily make that if an institution's annual affiliation should be continued or extended, in plain words, if our college should continue for the next academic year, 50% of the programs, of the eligible programs, if the program was started only last year, for it to apply for MBA itself will take 4 years. So for all the eligible undergraduate and postgraduate programs, out of which 50% of the program should be accredited. Otherwise, annual extension of affiliation will not be granted. So now we cannot take, no teachers cannot look back. We cannot say, why OBE? No, we cannot say. So the program have to be accredited, will have to be based on OBE, because if we are not following outcome-based education, no accreditation. Now question. From time immemorial, my teachers have been teaching. We have a senior electrical engineer, Professor P.R.I. People have been teaching. There's a beautiful analysis by one of my senior professors. He always used to tell 1960s was the golden period of engineering, Indian engineering education scenario, because at that time you had senior people who did not have PhD, because PhD means permanent head damage. I'm telling you, when you become a doctorate, everything becomes complicated. So jokes apart, all of us have to definitely do PhD, because AICT has made it mandatory in 2022 academic year. Teachers of engineering colleges should be doctorates, and teachers who have less than 5 years of experience should have completed 8 modules given by AICT, that is called induction modules, for actually continuing their services as teachers in technical education institutions. So all these reforms are being brought about by AICT. So why OBE? If no OBE is practiced, no accreditation. So I was about to tell you a very interesting story by my senior professor. 1960s was the golden period of Indian engineering situation as well as education, because you had people who were very good in hands-on skills of engineering, and their fundamental concepts was very good, and above everything they had an extraordinary sense of common sense. So they become teachers and they started training in Indian professionals. So at one point of time towards 1970s and 1975 the period in which extraordinary and extensive infrastructural building, all your power grid, the connecting points, the electrification processes of rural India, of urban India, of industrial sector, industrial 4-phase current, 3-phase current, all these changes, extraordinary changes, which transformed India, also took place under the direct supervision of senior engineers who had a lot of practical experience, who had a lot of common sense, who had understood the engineering fundamental concepts, along with them people trained by them as graduate trainee engineers. They had the enthusiasm, they had the spirit to innovate something, to really be very creative. Wonderful. 1990s came, all those senior people retired, and then we were left with these people who were trained and who had a lot of creativity. But then the sudden mushrooming of technical educations across the country, technical education, and sorry to tell this, really started losing its respect among the general public and also the prospective engineering students. What happened? The greatest, let us not bother about other aspects. No standard textbooks, no proper guidance from seniors, no common sense. All these things can also be worked out. The greatest change, the greatest paradigm shift that happened in the mindset of the teachers and the students are losing of creativity, losing of innovative spirit. Engineers are problem solvers. Engineers are solution providers. Engineers come out with sustainable, cost-effective solutions. Engineers come out with out-of-the-box thinking. That creativity, that innovativeness, both in the professionals working in the industrial sector as well as the teaching fraternity, which got carried away up to the student level, the laws of creativity and the innovative spirit. And I am sure AICT and NBA are trying to bring back only that spirit into the teaching community as well as into the students' mindset. And that is why outcome-based education has been introduced in this country. And now, there's all a vague list. I know all of our colleges have got a performance appraisal system. And now AICT has given a 360-degree feedback where you also have to go to the society and you should have contributed. 10 mark is there for your extension activity. You should have academic qualification, you should have professional qualification, you should have industrial experience, you should have research experience, you should be able to publish, you should have consultancy, you should have industrial involvement, your teaching load, contact hours, non-academic responsibility, class chairperson, course coordinator, course instructor, then value-added program coordinator. Each college has got different portfolios of non-academic responsibility. After all these things, you have to be motivated. You should act like Rajinikanth, Evanda Mele, Evanda Kile. You should really be bubbling with spirit, lot of enthusiasm, because you cannot go like a ginger-eaten monkey. Jump. I always tell my colleagues in the department, please don't go like a gem. Ma'am, gem means nice, no ma'am, nice stone. Value is more. No, gem means ginger-eaten monkey. You should see its face. You cannot go like that. You will have 10 minutes before the interval break, the HOD would have called you inside the room. Or the somebody principal hammering, damal, dumil. But next hour, 11 o'clock class, you should go. All you should wipe. And you should go and stand in the classroom like a hero, bubbling with enthusiasm and spirit. Use of lectures from industry and public bodies. Connect. Help your students to connect and understand about the real industrial problems, real world problems. And above all, today you are a teacher. You take it as my contribution to the teaching community. If you are not aware and if you are not practicing outcome-based education, we cannot fulfill the expectations of the stakeholders. Yes?
No, you don't think
Is there a question?
Okay.
So why? I have been talking so much about these 3 words, OBE, outcome-based engineering education only I am going to talk. So the ultimate crux is, gone are those days. Nobody is now going to tell us what you can teach. Dr. Kalyani or somebody from the organizing this, is there a question to me? Is there a problem?
So,
hello.
Participants, kindly mute your mic. One of the participants is unmuted, please. Soma Shankaran.
Okay. Thank you, organizers. It's not what we teach, it's what you learn. Most of the slide share downloaded outcome-based education slides will have told this you learn as it is what the students learn. Please understand, I will be failing in my duty with the opportunity given to me by the EEE department if I don't clarify this. It's not what we teach, it's what the student learn and also the teachers learn. The teachers also should constantly keep learning. And in this past 1 year, I have learned so much from my students. My student has taught me how to create Google Classroom. My student has taught me how to create small animations. My students have taught me how to integrate videos into my PPT presentations. So we as teachers also have to learn, and we should be very, very clear what we want our student to learn. If in circuit theory, 5 units, are you clear in each unit? Are you very clear what your student should learn? Don't tell me that university has given a syllabus. University has given a syllabus. Do you know what you want your student to know in circuit theory unit 1 first subtopic? That is what matters. So many very key questions. What do we want the students to have? What they should learn? AAC, NBA clearly says you cannot tell me all these words like the student will understand, the student will be able to describe, the student will be able to explain, the student will be able to understand, remember. No, all those things are not. The student should be able to demonstrate. Please underline. The student should be able to sorry. The student should be able to demonstrate it, and how can we best help students achieve it? In this how is today's talk. Okay, syllabus is there. Every unit, circuit theory, first subtopic, you know what the student should know after your class. When you are very clear about it, you will know how to do it. That is pedagogical initiatives. If you know what the student should know at the end of your class, you will know how to take as a teaching material. Only chalk piece, a video, or do you want to take the student to the laboratory to show that first subtopic concept, or you want to do some simulation experiment, or you want to conduct a group discussion because the student has already studied it in the 12th standard physics fundamental concept. If you know at the end of the class what your student should know, you will know what to take to the class as a teaching material. That is pedagogical initiative. And next question, another important component of OBE. If you know at the end of the first class of circuit theory, unit 1, first subtopic, you know what the student should know or what the student should be able to demonstrate, you will take the appropriate instructional design or pedagogical initiatives. But how will you tell that the pedagogical initiatives you have used has really reached the student, and whatever you wanted him to know at the end of the class, he has achieved? You will clearly now tell me the assessment you have planned. So even before you enter the class, your assessment is ready. Assessment is not only for the cycle test. We don't wait until the unit test or the cycle test. While you are preparing your course plan itself, your instructional design or pedagogical initiative should be defined, because for which topic, what tool you are going to use. For everything, only lecture, only PPT, you will be very clear. And your clarity will increase. You will take the appropriate teaching material to your class if you know how to test at the end of the class. Are you going to give a worksheet? Are you going to give a problem to solve at home? Or are you going to give a Kahoot quiz? Or are you going to ask the students to prepare MCQ on the topic? Or are you going to conduct a high-mark descriptive test? So only when your assessment is clear, you will also know how to teach. And then all these three things you planned, but still there is a lot of confusion, course outcome and PO mapping, the expected and obtained. Even after that, if it is not attained, next time if your HOD gives you the same paper, or if it is given to some other teacher, at the end of the course, as a course instructor, what have you documented? What you adopted, which one succeeded, which did not work out well for you, what you will improve the next time, what question you will change, what teaching material you will change. Is there any better teaching material available in the internet to do that? Any video lecture from NPTEL or any video lecture from any foreign university, will you integrate it? All these things you will document. If you are lucky and your HOD is magnanimous and gives you the same paper, you can try it out, or at least you should leave this information to the next teacher who is going to teach that subject, so that the loop is filled and there is always a continuous improvement in teaching circuit theory course in your department. What is the benefit of this, ma'am? Don't talk nonsense, ma'am. Don't waste our time. Circuit theory, every semester, every year, there is going to be a continuous improvement in reaching out to the students' knowledge, their participation in the examinations like GATE, other standard tests conducted by international certifying agencies, their chances will improve, their employability quotient will improve, their skill sets will improve if you integrate laboratory concepts and theoretical concepts. So this is the benefit of the outcome-based education. So these things and all, I will definitely ask the organizers to check. I've already sent the slide to them. So I will definitely ask them to share it with you. There's nothing secret. So this is the expectation. This I am not going to deviate, because I know if I ask next 1 hour, don't worry. I will exactly stop my talk at 2:30. From 2:30 to 3:30. Anybody who is planning to take a break, just being on here, please don't go. 2:30 to 3:30 is the highlight. This is all trailer. Chumma trailer. Nothing. Main picture is only from 2:30 to 3:30. So I promise you, that's going to be a real interesting session. So this is, I don't want to talk, because I also know we can tell, but the student will never see our course plan. The student will never see the T material, only the day before the exam, but it is okay. Let us keep doing. One day or the other, the student community will understand our hard work. We only have to transform ourselves. The picture, the movie he's seeing, it is interesting them. We will create a movie on circuit theory. We will bring in characters. We will bring Amir Khan. We will bring Shah Rukh Khan. We will bring Ravi Teja. We will bring Magesh Babu. We will bring Vijay. We will bring Ajit. What is wrong? Animation characters. We will do circuit theory. I am sure. Don't leave these participants, Dr. Kalyani and Dr. Prince. All of you get together and please create one short film with characters, animated characters, to take circuit theory. It is not difficult. So I'm skipping this slide. This also I'm skipping. There are 3 important definitions. Like in EEE, you cannot do without knowing current, without knowing voltage, without knowing resistance. Without this, no electrical engineering. That's all. Ampere, volt, nothing. You can watt. Without this, you cannot do anything. Any of your subject you cannot study. So there are 3 important terminologies. One is called course outcome. Another one is called program outcome. Another one is called program educational objective. And let me tell you a very interesting joke. The center part is given by NBA. Ma'am, curriculum is designed by somebody. Each teacher is going to write the course outcome. The department staff members are going to write the program educational objective, but the center part alone is given by NBA. But very, very valid, very, very valid. You are an engineer. You know what the society expects out of you. So NBA is very clear. Down part and top part, you take. You are the boss. But middle part, I will tell you at the end of the 4-year course what your graduate should possess. What graduate attributes. He should be tall, he should be handsome, he should be qualified. It is not telling that. It is defined in a very clear graduate attributes. Accordingly, it is asking you to do your syllabus. Accordingly, whatever is the strength of your department, strength of the research potential, thrust area, the faculty's capacity, you frame the program educational objective, which you can only test after 4 + 3, 7 years. But course outcome, during every course, you have to test the course outcome attainment. So this is the process of adopting OBE framework. First of all, you have to focus. There should be clarity. If they study in Salem College under the Salem College in EEE department, what is your program educational objective? What if a students join the EEE program of Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology? What is the program educational objective? This has to be different. This is different. One has to be brew coffee, another one has to be sunrise, another one has to be Levista. If all are same, what is the fun? The program educational objective is not given by NBA. It is to be given by the department offering the program. And then now you have to map the outcomes through the curriculum, then design and deliver aligned teaching learning activities, and finally assessing attainment of outcomes comes. Today's topic is stage 3, but I will also be talking to you a little more in depth about stage 4, because stage 4 and stage 3 are very, very interlinked. Again, the roles of lecturers in outcome-based education, roles of students, very important slide. Please make a note of it. The student learning, now forget OB. For time being, forget OB. Let us come to what we know already. If you do this and you give it the name OB, if you are doing this, that is what OB is. If you tell in our college, we have not started OB yet, ma'am, don't worry. If you are going to follow this slide, that means you are very much into OBE circle. Therinjo theriyamalo, known or unknowingly, you are into OBE. First thing, curriculum. Ma'am, we have no role to play in this. It is given by the Anna University or some other affiliating university. Don't worry. Take that curriculum, evaluate it, read it properly. Each course, a committee in the department, all of the staff members sit. In which department, which concepts are not clearly explained. You put it as gap in the curriculum. Then you now list out how are you going to fill it up. If you are an autonomous institution, you know what is curriculum framing. You will not have a lot of gaps in an autonomous curriculum because it has already been taken care of. So curriculum, you are framed or you have got it from the university. Analysis should be done. If there is any gap in each course of each semester, if you want, you can also do it domain-wise. First, group all your theory courses into specific domains. Power electronics, distribution, like this, you make some domains. Then you put those papers. In the domain, what is the gap which is existing in the curriculum? What has to be given? If the theory is there, practicals is not there, you give additional practical sessions. You give additional practical sessions. So curriculum, pedagogy. Pedagogy is the teaching, instructional design, teaching material. Final one is assessment. This is my last slide. After this, I'm not going to speak, although I've got a lot of slides. To create a very big interest in you to follow OBE and to understand simple terminologies like course outcomes and all. First thing, the first one, family's wish, our baby. This is called the program educational objective. As soon as a baby is born, the family members, tatas, parties, uncles, aunts, great-grandfathers, they all think he should be a successful person in the society. He will uphold the family culture and tradition. He must be a responsible citizen. All fine. Wonderful. Wonderful. But directly can a child become like this? Directly can he become like this? At the end of the 7 years, you want your student to be a project leader in a General Electrical company. You want your student to be a senior engineer, or you want to be your student to be an assistant manager in an R&D division or R&D engineer. All those things is fine. This is a general wish. See, the statements are very, very broad. Very, 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 very broad. But then, 3 years, what will be the mother's thing? The mother's role, she also knows that the son or daughter should become a successful person. The family values and culture should be upheld. He or she should become a responsible citizen. But the mother clearly says, in 3 years, my child will have to get ready for the school, to survive in the school, My child should know certain basic things. So he should be able to recognize people around by 3 years before going to school. For this, the mother is planning. Recognize, communicate, prepare, and be comfortable with the basics of 3 years, reading, writing, and the child should be able to prepare on its own, and it should be able to take the journey by auto or by bus, school bus or anything, and it should be able to communicate something, if not very, very clearly. It should at least be able to tell, I am hungry. This is what your program outcomes are. At the end of the 4 years, NBA says, my engineer at the end of 4 years should be able to understand complex problems, should be able to give some solutions for complex problems, should be able to use fundamental concepts of science and engineering. He should be able to communicate. He or she should be able to work in a team. He should know how to use modern tools related to his program. He should be aware of the societal problems. He should be conscious about the environmental problems. He should not add more to the add or create environmental problems. So the center panel, by 3 years, whatever the mother wants the baby to do is the program outcome. And how does she achieve this? Through the individual courses. If you have got 68 courses, theory plus practicals in your electrical engineering syllabus, each course is called a course, and each course will have outcomes. That is what is listed here. So the mother simply says, if it has to communicate, then the child should be able to speak, to ask and answer. What is your name? In LKG interview, the child should tell, my name is Kirti. And if the child should be able to travel somewhere, it should be able to identify objects. It should know which is an auto, which is a van. The child should be able to walk comfortably. The child should be able to read. The mothers will show the picture, A for apple, B for. Why the mother is teaching? That is what we are going to spend money to learn in LKG. But then basic starts already. The mother will teach 1, 2, 3. Count objects. One goes on, goes on, goes on. This is course outcome. This is course outcome. Out there, assistant professors and research scholars, I think I have taken some effort in making you people understand how each course of your curriculum is important, because NBA at the end of 4 years want our graduates to have certain characteristics and attributes. This is not only NBA, society will tell, hey, படிச்சவன்தானே நீ engineering படிச்சிருக்க, இது கூட உனக்கு தெரியலையா, உனக்கு பேச கூட தெரியாதா, உனக்கு ஒரு கம்யூனிகேட் பண்ண தெரியாதா, உன்னால ஒரு டீம்ல ஒர்க் பண்ண முடியாதா, இவ்வளவு கோபக்காரனா இருக்க. See, this is what even the society expects when you say you are a graduate engineer. So that is program outcome and the general broad statement of the program educational objective. So this is all very, very familiar. I'm skipping all these things. But please, as a teacher, Bloom's, this we are giving a lot of importance. Of late, a lot of institutions have also started giving importance to laboratory psychomotor. But we are not at all focusing on this affective domain. Not every child is same. Each child has got unique problems. So if you have to practice OBE, you need the support and love and affection of your students, for which you should first of all understand the affective domains. Each child is unique. Each child is capable of something or other. Some talent is there. It is our teacher's responsibility to bring the hidden talent. There is a way for every child of your class to understand the first topic of circuit theory. Only thing, as a teacher, you should plan. Some of my students are visual learners. If I show them something, if I show some animation, if I show some video, they will learn. Okay, in a class of 60, 30 students are visual learners. 10 students are audio learners. They will be seeing here and there. Don't scold them. Don't get irritated that they are observing somewhere. They are disrespecting you. They may be auditory learners. For them, it is enough if they only listen. Don't take it very seriously. Don't react. The child has got a different learning style. And some child will only learn if you make him do it. You have to take him to the laboratory. He is a kinesthetic learner. Auditory learner, visual learner, and kinesthetic learner. So please focus. Go to the net and read some articles on affective domain. So today, now we are going to learn what is course outcome. Very, very simple, because we are going to do it in an activity. Very easy. You take the first unit of any course you are going to teach. You are going to now learn how to write the course outcome, because only when you write the course outcome, you can know what teaching material you can take and what assessment tool you will use. Everything starts from clarity in writing the course outcome. Let the curriculum be given by the affiliating university, or let the curriculum be given by your own autonomous system, BOS. Don't bother. Now we have the syllabus in hand. How the teachers can contribute in the curriculum enriching? I am sorry, Dr. Prince and Dr. Kalyani, you did not give me that title. It's only pedagogical initiative, but pedagogical initiative, people should understand a little more about the assessment, because they both are intertwined. I am not talking here about curriculum. If we want, we will have a separate session on curriculum. So the course outcome you write very clearly should be telling that at the end of the first unit of circuit theory, the student will be able to differentiate between this and that. The student will be able to select or utilize or pick up which concept for solving a problem. So it is very clear at the end of the course what the student will be able to do. Define instructional content and format. Only when you know what the student should know at the end of the class, at the end of the unit, you will plan your pedagogical methods, instructional designs, or teaching material. Don't get word, pedagogical, nothing doing. It is just instructional design. Very simple term. What is the teaching aid? PPT, video, animation, what? That is pedagogical initiatives. That is most appropriate for that day's class. And then please identify methods of assessment which will serve as the basis of the student's evaluation. So it will use adverbs. It is not based on what the teacher teaches. It should reflect on what the student should do. And I will directly go to the example. The course outcome should have an action word, and it should have a learning statement. Please, I have given there an example. Write a reply letter. Why I have chosen this? Why from English, madam? English, every engineering student is studying from the first semester. First semester, second semester, third semester, and fourth semester. But still, they are not able to write a letter without any mistake. So here the outcome is write a reply letter with no grammatical mistake using MS Word. Action is the student should be able to write a reply letter. The measuring criteria, what you are going to do, use at the end is you should be able to do it without any grammatical mistake. And what is the condition you have given? Only using MS Word. He cannot write. If he has to use MS Word, he should know typing. He should know how to switch on the computer. All these are prerequisites. If the student does not know because he has come from a rural school, as a teacher, it is your responsibility to take time to introduce computer to him. This is the mistake we all do. There is a famous WhatsApp meme. The school teacher says, don't worry, you don't worry about all these things. This is not covered in the blueprint. It will not come for your 12th standard exam. You will study all these things in your college. In the college, circuit theory, second semester, or the third semester, the teacher says, all this you have already studied in 11th and 12th physics. Now the student is confused. Yaar da ya solli tharvinga? Yaar solli tharvinga? So you please very clear. If there is a student from rural area, if he is from a Tamil medium background, he has not even operated computer, you cannot give this condition of performance. This is the mistake we teachers do. But we have to give different question paper. If that is okay, okay. If you don't know, you add one more conditional performance. If you are not familiar with the computer, if you do not know how to operate a computer, for this test, you can give a handwritten letter. In front of his classroom, he will not voluntarily want to come and tell that he does not know computer. He will go learn it from his friend. You don't have to teach. If you have patience, you take him to your computer lab. Every lab has got computers now. If you have identified, you please take. But otherwise, you put additional condition. But very clearly give the condition. Teachers, we don't give this. That is the problem. So guidelines, you please take the student from simple to complex process, from known to unknown, and chronologically Take it from simple. You please tell him in your 12th standard, you must have studied about this capacitance, resistance, resistor. From this, we were going to do this. From simple to complex, from known to unknown, and in chronologically order. There are forbidden. Be aware. Don't use all these words. The student will be able to appreciate. How will you measure appreciation? Will the student clap after your test, seeing your question paper? See, there is a common joke in Tamil Nadu. I'm telling you, for the teachers from Tamil Nadu, there is a joke among the student circle. Part B and Part C question. You know how my Part B question my teacher says? Describe. Describe briefly. It is an oxymoron. Muran thodai. How can you describe something briefly? That is Part B. If it is Part C, explain briefly. Part B na describe. Part C na explain. No, we have to tell our students. No, you have underestimated me. Na adukallam thandi. Vidamuyarchi Viswarupa Valarchi. We have to show him that Viswarupam. The first 5 classes, you should show your Viswarupam. After that, you can become Vamanavatar. You can be very friendly. But the first 5 class, I always tell in my class, you should have that guts. Mark you earn. Respect from you, I will earn. Niya kudutana adukku vera per. Adhe mari nana unak mark poda, there is a different name. You earn your marks, I will earn my respect. First 5 classes, you don't have to be a terror. You don't have to look like a Narasimha. If you have done your duty well, if you are very clearly explaining to him what is the course outcome, what you expect him out at the end of the course, at the end of the 45 hours, he will know. So, all these things, I am now going to project this checklist only. Now, please take Dr. Kalyani, Noorul Hamitha, are they ready? Are they ready? Do they need a break or something? Do you need a break?
Ma'am, ma'am.
Do they need a break or something, or can I continue? It's going to be an activity from now on.
Okay, ma'am. You can continue, ma'am.
Okay. I said 2:30. I'm sorry. I've exceeded my time by 5 minutes. Now, please, all of you, at least 5-6 people should say, okay, ma'am. Only then I can start my activity.
Participant can unmute and interact with them.
Polama, can we go to the
Okay,
activity?
ma'am.
Okay. Please
Okay,
take
ma'am.
a paper and pen. Please take a paper and pen. Write the name of the paper you are teaching this semester. Anything your college must have completed the exam, then you take the name, write the name of the course which you taught. Either you are teaching or what you taught. Anything is right. Anything is okay. Written? Have you all written down? Okay. Now take any unit of your choice. Loganathan ji, எடுத்துட்டீங்களா? எழுதியாச்சா? கோர்ஸ் பேரு? Polu Veeraragava Reddy. Bhavanara? Veeraragava ji?
Yes, ma'am. Fine, madam. Fine, madam. Yes, madam.
ఎక్కడి నుంచి అండి మీరు?
తెలంగాణ మేడం.
తెలంగాణ. కానీ నాకు నా ఫ్రెండ్స్ ఆంధ్ర తెలుగు నేర్పించారండి.
అవునా మేడం? ఓకే మేడం.
కానీ హైదరాబాద్ తెలుగు కూడా వచ్చు, కానీ కొద్దిగా రెస్పెక్ట్ ఉండదు కదా. తెలంగాణ అంటే ఏది మీది?
యాక్చువల్ గా మై ప్లేస్ ఇది ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్ మేడం. తెలంగాణ ఇక్కడే ఉన్నా మేడం.
ఓకే, ఇప్పుడు మీరు తీసుకున్నారా ఒక కోర్స్? మీరు ఇప్పుడు వాట్ కోర్స్ ఆర్ యూ టీచింగ్? వీరరాఘవన్ జీ. ఓకే, Jayam
wait,
Kumar.
wait, this one. Wait.
You have taken this Kunara? Okay, unit. Right. Now please decide. Now I'm telling you, no more one step, two step. All of us have now known about OBE. And the first level, if you want, I will go to that slide. Knowledge level. I will show you that. Please wait. Here it is. This is it. I am showing. One condition. None of you should use the action verb for remembering and understand. I don't want you to write any course outcome at the remember level or understanding level. They are all called lower order thinking skill. At the 12th standard, they are asking us to avoid us. No chance. So you have to write your course outcome at the apply level. And please understand, now I'm going to teach you one simple secret. If you write it at apply level, it will also include understanding and remembering. So please be assured. You cannot test your student or teach your student at a lower order thinking skill. He is going to become a graduate engineer. He should be able to apply. So I have shown you the words also here. There is a big list of words, but because for EEE, I thought this will be useful. So you have to write the course outcome. You cannot go at evaluating and creating level because then you cannot plan your assessment tool. So please leave that also. Applying level, analyzing level. You please write a course outcome. It should have one action verb. You can use illustrate, complete, solve, or for analyze level, the student will be able to identify. Identify now, you should give some performance constraint. You should give 4 or 5 things. From that, you should be able to identify which is best. You should be able to compare this or that. For that also, you should give a condition. For this given condition, you compare both the methods and choose. You can ask him to explain. Madam, explain correct. No, you can ask him to explain at a higher order thinking skill. What will happen if I remove this component from the circuit? You draw a circuit, you remove, you label it 1, 2, 3, 4. What will happen if I remove part 4 from this circuit? Now that is explanation. Only when you understand the significance of that particular component in your circuit, he will be able to explain. So you can use, you have to write a course outcome. The course outcome should have, see, please note, don't copy everything. In your paper, you write applying. You can use illustrate, complete, solve. For analyze, identify, compare, explain, and categorize. Write these, for time being, write these words alone, action verbs. Now I will go to the course outcome writing. Here is there. I have given you the model. Any amount of lecture we attend on writing course outcome, unless and until we practice, we will never learn it. This slide, I am going to keep it for another 5 minutes. I have a small request. The organizers with great respect have called me. So let us do justice. If you don't mind, please switch on your video and show that you are doing this activity. Few of you, so that it will get recorded and they will take screenshots. I request, humble request. For 2 minutes, switch on your videos. मारियप्पन जी जरा देख लीजिए और थोड़ा स्क्रीनशॉट्स ले लीजिए.
अच्छा जरूर मैम.
हाँ, थोड़ा at least.
Madam, can I talk with you?
Yes, just after 5 minutes we are going to discuss.
Others can share your video so that we can get a group photo. All of you can share your video.
Like doing this activity.
Okay.
I'm deliberately not talking because it should not interrupt your stream of thought.
I cannot share my video because I'm sharing my screen. Please bear with me.
Can I?
All of you, can you share your video? You can unmute yourself and share the video.
Unfortunately, I didn't expect that I will come on the video.
So today we have Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology have captured your original beauty. Handsomeness and beauty. Okay. So assuming that all of you have written your course outcome, there was an action word, and you have also given the conditions in the learning statement. Now let us go to the next exercise. Please now imagine you are going to conduct a test. You are going to do an assessment. First, think what assessment you will use.
Mr. Iyer, sir.
Yes, I am there,
Audio
but
is unmuted. Please mute yourself.
Okay.
Mute, sir. Mute yourself. Continue, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Sorry for the interruption.
Yeah. So now that you have written your thing, this will come as a part of my presentation. You can have it later on. But all of now, we have used only knowledge level, Bloom's taxonomy. But you have to really plan your pedagogical methods. Please add additional columns. It is an extra work for us. But please do it. Along with that particular topic, course outcome, if you want any skill to be given to the student, should you expect the student to demonstrate some skill and some attitude associated with it. This is hidden. No college practices this. But in the future, we may have to do it. So please, you can check. Have you written the CO statement with action verbs? Does the language you have written the statement describes the students rather than the teacher's behavior? It should demonstrate, it should talk as the student's behavior, not as the teacher's behavior. Four checks we have to have. Please tick if your statement is. The example, we are only going to take 1 or 2. I cannot conduct it for all the 41 of your participants, but I am giving you a checklist for you to check the statement written. And you put tick in check 4 box only if you have written what kind of assessment tool you will use. Are you going to conduct a quiz? Are you going to give a problem to solve for the action verb you have used? Are you going to give a worksheet with more number of problems where you have given few steps, the student should complete the remaining steps? Are you going to ask him to do a small project in the lab? Or are you going to give him a theoretical descriptive question? If at all, if you are going to give, what is the question? Please understand, assessment tools only will decide what kind of instructional material you can teach for them. You cannot teach the student to swim and in the exam ask him to ride a cycle. Please understand the difference. You have taught in the class to swim, but the question paper is ride the given bicycle. Not correct. So checklist I have given. Please take 2 to 3 minutes. I will just have a cup of water and come. Okay. I'm sorry. I actually prepared in my PPT one another important component called performance indicator. But I'm afraid because we are running short of time. It's only 2 hours. Actually speaking, they should have given me 1 day. But it is not possible because the workshop is for some other purpose. So if the participants are really interested, you can request the Department of EEE of Kamaraj College of Engineering and Technology to conduct a 3-day workshop model, no FTP, workshop, because this has to be done as activity based. 1 day on curriculum, how to identify gaps, how to plan activities to fill the gaps. 2nd day on pedagogy, instructional designs, how to create instructional designs, keywords, mind mapping techniques, tools we will discuss. And the 3rd day, question paper setting, assessment tools, rubrics writing, assessment tools. You don't ask for an FDP, ask for a 3-day workshop. If you are happy with this session, if you have found it useful, and if you think, because I'm running short of time, before we go, I'm skipping totally the concept of performance indicator, but Engineer Noorul Hamitha will definitely share with you one book, AACT Manual 2018, AACT Examination Reforms Manual, wherein AACT has introduced one intermediary term between COs and POs. We have started following this in our institution only from last year. And it's called competencies expected and performance indicators. That will give you even more clarity on planning your instructional designs. It's a very, very tough concept. Please, if you are interested after my talk, please read that manual. Today they will be sharing it with you. It is called AACT's Examination Reforms Manual. Please read the concept of performance indicator. Clearly it is given for each PO. What is the competency expected by the graduates? What is the performance indicators associated with each competency? How you can check it? And how to write proper rubrics for theory, for lab, for project, everything is given in that manual. Engineer Noorul Hamitha will definitely share it with you. So now we will go. Your question paper, if you have written the question, please, this question paper structure you should follow. You should not have asked the question at the remember or the understanding level. It should be apply level. And the cognitive levels will vary from questions to questions in different courses. Don't tell another teacher who has asked question at a K3 level has not taught properly. That course taking at the apply level itself is difficult for the student. This another habit is there among teachers. I have set question at the K4 level. Ha ha ha. Your course is different, their course is different. Yeah. There is nothing called right or wrong in OBE. Okay, now I am going to minimize my slide. We are going to interact. Yes. Right. Please tell me one person, name of the course. I am not an expert in electrical and electronics engineering, but my colleagues of the Department of KCT are there. You please tell the name of the subject, unit, and the course outcome you have written, and the question you have checked. Please. Please volunteer yourself. Nejma bore Archidum for FDP, like the resource person is talking. You only listening. All of us are adult learners. After 20 minutes, even if I speak Bhagavad Gita like information, it will go above us. Interest will go. I know. So you talk. I will be happy to listen. Any senior teachers, please volunteer. It is our responsibility as seniors to guide our juniors. But there's nothing called right or wrong. We are all learning. I have made a lot of mistakes. Me and Dr. Kalyani, we have sat together, hours together. We have made a lot of mistakes. We have corrected ourselves. We have referred to articles. We have asked our guides, senior professors in other institutions. Rome was not built in a day. We are not going to find fault. Binu Satya, come. Wow, that's a lovely name. Karkulali. Wonderful. Arumiyana Tamil per.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
சொல்லுங்க கார்குழலி, நீங்க அசிஸ்டன்ட் ப்ரொஃபஸரா கார்குழலி இல்ல என்ன நீங்க என்ன சப்ஜெக்ட் ப்ளீஸ் சொல்லுங்க கார்குழலி.
Yes ma'am, I am a Karkulali assistant professor from Preparatory department.
என்ன கோர்ஸ் நீங்க இப்ப எடுத்துட்டு இருக்கீங்க ஆக்டிவிட்டிக்கு?
And now I am handling basic electrical and instrumentation engineering for first year.
என்னதுப்பா?
ECE.
ECE, okay.
ECE.
Okay, what is the course outcome you have done? Any unit.
Okay, I have seen you as a action mode plus as well as a learning thing, correct ma'am?
Yes.
I have to use work. One second. Understanding the power system and understanding, is it action word ma'am? Understanding
yes.
First unit I'm telling you.
No, understand. No, don't worry about first year. And because even from the first year you should take the student to apply level. Okay.
You have to go for application level.
Yes, you have to go at the application level. Okay, you tell me what you want the student to do at the end of this unit.
They must know about the three-phase circuit.
No.
I audible, ma'am?
Yeah, you're audible.
They will understand about three-phase circuit and they will understand about the working principle of generator, motor, and transformer, and then AC machines, other induction motor.
Okay. If it is only understanding level, then in the exam you can only ask question, what is the working principle of DC motor?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
That question only you
Then
can.
application means they will give problems. Application level means based on the derivation, we'll give some problem based on that.
Or you can, that is what I am telling Karkurali. If you want the student to apply the concepts you have taught, you should give him conditions. You should say, for this fan or for this kind of working mechanism of a fan, what will you use? Will you use a DC motor or an AC motor?
Yes, ma'am.
Which one you will choose? So then you should give the conditions. In the question, you should give. There are two kinds of equipment. Which motor you will use?
Yes.
Because in the DC motor working principle, after teaching the working principle, you would have given him examples.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is what is application. That is what you should know. In the interview, the industry people are laughing at us because in the interview, like in exam, the industry person is not going to ask what is the working principle of DC motor. In this company, they are manufacturing products which have got DC motors. So the interview panel will want to know if the student knows when to use a DC motor. If he knows when to use a DC meter, automatically he will know the working principle. So that's it, Karkurali. Don't think it is first year course. We should not go. When first year there is 12 courses far. If you leave those 12 courses, your CO, PO mapping will not become very low. The expected itself will become low. And PO statement, first statement itself says the student will be able to apply. When the program outcome is at the apply level, first year paper, 12 paper, how can you teach it, remember and understanding level? This is a common misnomer. Even I teach second semester program specific paper. In 2016, I have written K2 level, K1 level. No, but the first PO itself is applied. So this is what is the, thank you so much, Karkurali. What kind of, now we have discussed very detailed, what should be the action verb, what should be the conditional statement, and what kind of questions you will ask. Thank you so much, Karkurali. You have really made me happy for volunteering. Anybody else from the gentleman?
Thank you.
Anybody else from the gentleman? Rajaji from Polytechnic, Mullu Veera Raghavarao, Loganathan Palaniappan, Vignesh Babu. Somebody, please. There is Mr. Karthikeyan, there is Mr. Murugan. One of you, just one more example we will take. It's okay, Pa, we are only going to discuss.
As I am not a teacher, I am not wanting to interfere. In this tutorial class, whatever came to my mind, I wrote down, and I thought if I was going to teach the second year boys about the performance of induction motors.
Okay.
I would ask ask them how frequency and speed vary,
Okay.
and how slip and torque characteristic is drawn.
Okay.
And I would at a higher level ask what is variable frequency. But I do not know how these could all be called into some knowledge level, K1, K2 level.
So this is a high knowledge skill because you have actually asked him to compare two different things. Compare and contrast. See, only if you have understood, he will be able to apply. But then
Sorry, madam, I think I should not come in. I think there are bigger teachers, better teachers. I'm just seeing what is happening. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Anybody else? See, there are only two things. Either my lecture was not at all useful to you, was not at all interesting, you could not find anything to learn, or you have understood everything. There is only two possibilities. I don't know which.
Ma'am, this is Anand Kumar.
Yeah, please tell me, Anand.
Yeah, my course outcome is.
I'm assuming that you should be younger to me because I'm 51 years old. That's why I'm taking the liberty of calling you Anand.
No problem, ma'am. No problem. No issues. Analyze the load performance and battery performance during the running state and starting time with the different value loads to get the optimum design of electric vehicle and hybrid electric vehicle. Actually, my course is hybrid electric vehicle.
Okay.
So mainly it consists of designing of electric vehicle with the various parameters.
Okay.
So that is why I wrote like this.
Wonderful attempt, Mr. Anand. But only thing is, one same question. How many marks you will give for this? 20 marks, 16 marks?
It is only possible of 16 marks, ma'am. Actually, our college is an autonomous college.
Okay.
So it is not comes under the 16 mark. It is comes under 10 marks.
10 marks. In that case, my only humble request is reduce the conditions.
Yeah, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Don't make too many conditions.
Okay.
Ask him to analyze the efficiency under the two given conditions.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I want to say a motor. They are only giving 2 parameters or 3 parameters.
Yes. Please. That wonderful. My sincere appreciations to Ms. Karkulali and Mr. Anand. You reduce because see, to correlate with the marks. If it is a 16-mark question, subdivision A, you can have 1 parameter difference. Subdivision B, you can have another. You can ask him to analyze. But if it is but 10 mark, just have one parameter or 2 parameters.
Yes, ma'am. Correct.
Okay. Thank you,
ma'am. And also I have another one doubt, ma'am.
Yeah, please.
இப்போ நம்ம apply level, analyze level இருக்குல்லங்க ma'am. Is it possible for the basic courses?
That is what I'm telling you.
It is divided into 2 types, ma'am. One is the basic course, that is enabling courses, and another one is culminating courses.
Yeah.
So the analysis and apply, analyze, and evaluation, these are only related to the culminating courses. I think so, but I don't know. Have much knowledge in this.
So what I'm trying to tell you is, see, basically in chemistry, physics itself, you can take them to apply level. Then what is our basic topics?
Okay.
See, certain things we frame it as foundation level. But then I think we are getting a little confused with the terminology. Remember and understand.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
If we really only want the student to understand, but then when is he going? In his project, anyhow, he has to apply the concept.
Yeah, ma'am. Project, it is possible to apply all the levels.
All the levels. Yeah, we can go to creation and evaluation. 5th K5 and K6. So what I'm trying to tell you is the basic courses. If you keep on, say, if you have 68 courses for EEE department degree, what if you leave the first 2 years 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, 24 courses? You are only left with another 24 courses.
Yes, ma'am.
So how can we have No, I think we have to really now elevate our standards, and then we have to bring in your question paper structure. Again, still 40% you can give for lots. I'm not confused. I will go to that slide. Please, I think everybody have understood Anand's question. In a question paper, to make a below average student pass, you should have a lots level question also.
Yes, ma'am, exactly.
But while writing the course outcome itself, if you fix it as K2, in that unit, you cannot ask K3 question. But if you fix the level as K3, in the examination, you can ask K1, K2 level because K3 encompasses remembering and understanding.
Okay, ma'am.
Apply பண்ணனும்னா அவனுக்கு ரிமெம்பரும் பண்ணிருக்கணும் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டும் பண்ணிருக்கணும்.
Yes, ma'am, I can understand.
K3 லெவல்ல பாடம் சொல்லி கொடுத்துட்டு எக்ஸாம்ல K1, K2 லெவல் வைக்கலாம். But எவ்வளவு percentage? Because you want to help your below average student also to be feeling confident, 40% of your question paper can have lots, K1 level and K2 level. But 60% of your question should be in higher order thinking skill. If it is a written examination, you cannot ask K5 and K6. So you have only two choice. Lots means K1 and K2 level. Hearts means K3 and K4 level in written examination.
Yes, ma'am.
Most of us are going to depend only on our written examination. Internal exam and end semester examination. Only written exam is the tool we have. We may tell assignment, we may tell problem solving, we may tell worksheet. All those things are assessment tools.
Yeah, we have different types of internal components.
Yeah.
Ma'am.
Yeah.
We are not only depend on the internal test, we are also conducting 12 quizzes.
Okay, okay. Okay.
For 12 months, it is 12 quizzes. So
Okay.
each quiz contains 10 questions. So totally, we are conducting 120 questions, ma'am, in the 12 quizzes. So it will cover all the area like understanding, remembering, analyze, apply, all the level we should cover over there.
Okay, beautiful. But then when we have only a choice of internal test, like in most of the affiliating colleges, 20 marks is only 3 cycle test.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So in that case, you can do it. So the structure of the, don't confuse yourself. Another structure of the question, we have to support. Our question paper should stimulate the interest in the bright student, average student, and below average student should also be able to pass.
Yeah, ma'am, you're exactly right.
So that is
we should frame the question like that only.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Hello, Mr. Anand Kumar.
Yeah, ma'am. Tell me, ma'am.
Hello. Yeah. Actually, to add to your point, for the lower semester courses, like for example, circuit theory or basic electrical engineering, we can have course outcomes at K3 level, electromagnetic theory. I used to teach electromagnetic theory. I have all my course outcomes at K3 and K4 level only. To just give you an example, in electric circuit, we are only solving the given circuit using Kirchhoff's law or various theorems. So suppose if you tell to solve the given DC circuit using the basic electrical laws, such as Ohm's law and Kirchhoff's law, that will come under K3. Are you able to understand, Anand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
The same statement, if you reframe as you choose the appropriate theorem to solve the given AC or DC circuit, if you give like that, then the student has to think and see which theorem will be appropriate, whether superposition or Thevenin or not. And in that case, you have to analyze.
Yes, ma'am. They
So
analyze
that
and we
comes
have to
under
apply the
K4.
concept
That
and
comes under
get
K4.
it.
Yeah. Just to make it clarity. Are you able to understand? Is the answer convincing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, very important task we are going to do. This is also going to be an activity. Don't think that I am pushing my job to you, because as a teacher, I always feel the toughest part. One important thing I want to tell you, online mode of teaching, how to really, there is called synchronous and asynchronous methodology. There's a beautiful cartoon I was trying to search. I'm not able to find it, but still, when is this FDP getting completed, Dr. Kalyani? When is it getting completed, Mariappanji?
Ma'am, 12 days more, ma'am. 12 days more there.
Oh, 12 days more. So definitely within one day, I will send this picture to you. It actually shows the situation of a teacher in an online class. Before the online class, we actually imagine that today's class we are going to take to the student the picture of a horse galloping with very figure. It's full of agility. That is actually we want to convey. But actually what is conveyed is, at the end of the class, what to the student level understanding is, one donkey with a folded leg. So where things went wrong, it's not the mistake of the teacher. The receptivity of the student, the network connectivity of the student, his interaction. And because most of us have now got used to it, I'm a teacher for more than 22 years. So I've been used to see the emotions of students. Basics, come on, wait. In 7th, we will recap. Okay, please, if some student is disturbed, what is going on? Oh, you're all discussing about yesterday's cricket match. Fine, let us take 5 minutes break. I will also, what happened? Oh, yesterday Ajit movie was released. Fine, we will discuss about it. I am not a fan of Ajit, I am a fan of Vijay. There will be all hangama in the class. One side Ajit, other side Vijay. So like this, we were used to it, but now nothing. So you try to find out the difficulties your students are having. Before going prepared for your online class, take into account all these things. Again and again, I'm telling you, the affective domain of the students, crack jokes. See, it's a tough situation today. I don't even know you people. At the end of the class, you are going to give me a feedback. Either you are going to tell it was a useless session or okay, somehow better. But I worked a lot. Honestly speaking, I have taken several, at least to the best of my knowledge, 12 sessions on the same topic I have taken. But when it came to online, it was very, very tough. It was a challenge. Because I'm not seeing any one of you. I'm not understanding your facial expression. I'm not knowing if I'm able to make a difference in your mind. I don't even know if I'm able to emotionally connect with you. I don't even know if you are with me. With so much of uncertainties, I'm putting all my efforts, my voice modulation, my intonation, my spirit of talking to you. So everything matters in your online class. Please have a wonderful understanding. Create blogs. Today's children like to discuss. Unga class la pesa chonna evanum pesa maata. I will give it to you in writing. No student will talk in the class if you ask him to unmute. But then you create a blog. Don't worry if he will discuss unnecessary things. For him also, don't worry. It is not offline class. It is online class. He cannot write nonsense in the blog. Because for him also network connectivity and data package is restricted. You give a forewarning. If you write nonsense, you will be removed from the blog. Some interested students will discuss. Peer learning. You can add 2-3 seniors in that blog. You can give the student the responsibility of running the blog. You can be a visitor to the blog. Talk so much in your email. In everyday class, first opening picture, first scene. How many Telugu picture, how many Kannada picture, how many Tamil picture we have seen. The hero introduction, Rajinikanth introduction. With a song. Adanda, idanda, fine. Go with the opening. Put a video. Don't talk. These are all simple technique which has worked for me. Don't talk. Don't take attendance. Put the video. Silence the voice of the video. அதுக்கு 10 பேர் சொல்லுவான் வீடியோ ஆடியோ நாட் அவைலபிள் வேணும்ட்டு தான் பண்ணிருக்கேன் அவனே fine you are alert வா now again watch the video he will know the vaadiyar is alert. So Be very, I cannot give you rules. What is applicable to your student may not be applicable to me. Either every new mother, as soon as a new child is born, the mother gets one thing very much, advice. Advice from Tata, from Patti, from mother, from Periyamma, from Mamiyar, from Nathanar, everybody. But each mother and each child is unique. What was applicable to them will not be applicable to their child. Only the mother should take efforts to understand what the child is trying to communicate. It's a nice bondage. So like that, whatever now, if I give you rules, it will not be applicable. So now that's the crux. And last one more part is available. Till there is 12 minutes because Noorul Hamitha is very strict. She has told, Madam, 10 MCQs you have to ask them if they have understood your lesson or not. I wanted to tell, I am teaching outcome-based education. So this is the assessment for them. What is the assessment? Each one of you will now tell me one MCQ question. And one person, who is that? Can I request Nikita? Are you available, Nikita? Nikita? Okay. Manjunath? Gayatri? Nobody seems to be answering. Okay. Right. Somebody make a note of it. Anyhow, it is going to get recorded. Let us go back to my slides. Quick. Now, this is the content that was shared today. We'll go from the first slide. Okay. OBE, first question. Can we have OBE focuses on option A, what we teach, what the students learn, what the teacher can learn, and what the syllabus prescribes, which is correct. In OBE, outcome-based engineering education is based on option A, what teachers, what we teach, option B, what students learn, what teachers learn, and see what the curriculum says. What is the correct option? I am doing this exercise to tell you one thing. Don't take MCQ questions from websites. Sand Foundry, OxfordPearson.com. Don't do. The student can easily type it using another mobile phone. If he writes the first four keywords, 4 words, Google Mata will give that question. Appadiye you don't have any choice. You have to take the MCQ question from the website now. Please download it. If it is asked in direct speech, you reframe it into indirect speech. Even if the question, the student types the first 4 words, it will not be easily available in the net. Instead, take the teaching material you have prepared. You prepare the MCQ. So the right answer is, Madam, we are confused. MSQ, multiple selection question. But for making you understand, I told you, you learn. But OBE's definition is, it's what the students have to learn. It is not what we teach. OBE is what the students want to learn. Okay? Mariappanji, somebody is noting the questions?
No, ma'am. In the chat box, they have to give now?
Yeah, are they giving?
Okay. No, ma'am. Till now, no question, ma'am.
Okay. No
Otherwise,
question.
Can you tell them to email to our ID so that we can appreciate them?
Yes, sure. That can also be done. You please take no, but then for that you should send the PPT today itself to them.
Sure, ma'am. I will make it to send. Arrange it to send. Okay.
So each slide you can ask a question. You can create your own question. The assessment today is, I am not going to give you MCQs. Each one of you send just 3 MCQs relevant to today's session. Okay, 3 MCQs with answer. Please email it to the organizers. This is the assessment today. If you are able to, because if a student is able to, I always do this exercise. I ask the students to set question papers. Recently in WhatsApp, I got a forward. Actually, my college, my university PhD friends, who are all teachers, we are all in a group. We actually share a lot of messages, a lot of important things about teaching methodologies and like that. In that, we actually, one joke came. IIT Goa, one professor has set a question, 70 marks question. First question, 30 marks for this. Take your class notes, 1 to 40, set MCQ questions, 30 MCQ questions, 30 marks for it. Your question should not match with the questions of your question should not match with the questions of your friends, classmates. Subsequent marks will be reduced. It should be innovative, so 30 marks. Or you can even frame 20 questions. That the next question was interesting. Now answer the questions yourself. So for you, assessment is each one of the participant will frame 3 questions on outcome-based education and pedagogical initiatives and outcome-based education. Thank you so much. I am on time. I had completed my talk. Still, there are 2 minutes for taking feedback. Now let me stop sharing my screen and let me get back to you for your oral feedback. Yeah, I've stopped sharing. See, now I can switch on my video. That's me, Dr. Vasanthi, your sister, your friend, your... Yeah. So, 2 minutes, I have completed. Thank you all so much for your patient listening. Now I want to know from you if it was useful or not. Please. Hello.
Good evening, ma'am. This is Karkuradi from RMD Engineering College. Really, it was a very nice session. Really, your voice made us to hear even in the afternoon session very eagerly. So that's and we have learned new things also today. And really, we'll send today the MCQ questions what you asked today. And really, we got a nice session. We thank for the organizers and university for that. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
One of the participants have asked that some innovative practices in teaching learning process, whether we can get or not, அப்படின்ற மாதிரி question கேட்டிருக்காங்க. Mr. Suresh have asked that some innovative practices in teaching learning process.
Yeah, there's a lot of Mr. Suresh, I guess. Mr. Suresh Padmanabhan. Yes, there's a lot of one simple methodology for engineering education which is advocated is role plays. How do you make a role play? You can ask the students to bend like a helix to show a concept of a wire, to show a concept of the... So that is also done. You can take wires, you can take waste material. You can ask the students to create in the class. You can ask them to sit on the floor. The learning is definitely going to... you just take the lecture for 10 to 15 minutes. So the model making, you don't have to be very, very complex material. I know you have a old discarded DC meeting. It need not work. You can ask the students to actually assemble things on a chart paper. They will at least learn, because if they feel something, they will learn. And the next innovative teaching practice you can do is, for subjects like electrical and electronics engineering is, you ask one student group, you send the teaching material to them, ask them to you send it to all the students. Ask one group of students to be along with you in the front. Ask them only to ask questions. No teaching. The student must have definitely learned it the previous day. This is a time-tested learning practice. Teaching learning methodology. Ma'am, I have not taught. No. This is attitude building. So because the idea is when their classmates ask questions, because the classmates will ask questions based on their level of understanding. When we ask question at our level of understanding, it will bounce back on the student. If you ask their classmates to ask questions on the topic, just one topic, enakkaga padichittu vaangappa. And if it is especially derivation, make the class into groups. You don't teach the derivation. You choose the team in such a way that one bright student will be there. He should teach the derivation step by step. Because what is happening in the derivations and equations are being taught, the student who does not know fundamental mathematics very clearly, integration, he is lost. He does not have the guts to ask the teacher in front of the class. If it is a boy, he is worried there is a girl in the class. So you don't teach. You spend only 50 paise or 1 rupee, or if your college permits, take 48 sheets. You make the entire derivation. Make the group one leader. See to it that the leader is definitely a little above average student who can understand simple mathematics. If he also has got doubt, you may go around the classes. So there's a lot of textbook concepts are there. I myself have shared it with my college faculty members, but certain things are not possible in our classroom environment. Whatever I have discussed now, what I have tried. Have I answered your question, Mr. Suresh? Otherwise, you can please take my number. My number is 93452 56476. Please talk to me. It is my moral responsibility as a teacher to share whatever I know. There's another question. Ma'am, can you explain about course data sheet? Very good question, Mr. Ramani. But then this is an heterogeneous audience. I don't know if people who are here have already started practicing OBE or they have not. That is why I did not talk about course data sheet. Each institution has its own format. Consultants give a very exhaustive. We have our own COPO analysis course data sheet monitoring developed by our institute. We have also got the copyright. We have convinced the NBA experts of its utility. So that is there. If you want to prepare one, you can actually write to me. I have given my mail ID deanac@kamaraj.engineering.edu.in. I will forward by your request to put you in touch with my colleague, Dr. Thangakasirajan from Department of Mechanical Engineering, who have actually done this for our institution. How we can get the students to receive the course outcomes of the subject. The first day you have to give it to them. First day of your class. If you cannot have printed material, you send it through mail or you write it. It is nothing wrong. You write the course outcome in the blackboard. Make the student write it in their notebook. So that every time he opens his notebook. The best practice is to give them a copy. But you can also write. I think I'm sorry, Dr. Kalyani, I've exceeded 2 minutes of my time. Can we conclude or are there going to be, will you permit few more questions?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, shall I ask one simple question, ma'am?
Yeah, please. Please introduce.
Yeah, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, in this pandemic period,
yeah,
how we can assess the students in the online classes and all? Any good idea for that, ma'am? We are taking online classes for them.
Yes.
And how we can do this TLP, teaching learning process very well, and how we can implement these active learning methods. Any suggestions, any idea, please tell me.
See, actually, I'm not going to talk from any textbook or research article. What I have been doing for the past 1 year, I am going to do. There is one thing called Kahoot quiz challenge where the student cannot copy. You prepare 10 questions and please download the Kahoot quiz app. The students also can download it, and they can, once the quiz is over for your subject, they can even uninstall it from their mobile phone. They can take it from their mobile phone. So this way you can ensure you should have the set of questions. You should have prepared the Kahoot quiz before, for once, every week. If you have 3 periods, at the end of the 3rd period, for the topics covered in the first period, 2nd period and 3rd period, 10 questions or 12 questions, you can create a Kahoot quiz. MCQ question, 4 options. The student has to enter into it and participate, and you can find the highest scorer. So this is one assessment. The second assessment, what I do is, I ask the student to download different worksheets. I give them the sites. I first go and find out the worksheet sites. I ask them to go to the site. I type in their mail, the websites, and that. I ask each one of them to take the different worksheet, and I ask them to prepare the worksheet, answer it, take a printout, answer it, because most of them have got. I find out if they don't have a computer at home, and if they don't have printer facility, I give them some other activity. But if they say they have printer, those students have to download it and they have to fill it up and then scan it and upload it. These days with a mobile phone, they are able to scan it and then do it. The third type of assessment I ask is, I ask each student to write. I ask each student, this is called 1-minute paper. I ask 3 questions. Key learning of today, the point which I like, which I understood well, the point which I did not understand well. The key learning for today's class, 1-minute paper. The student has to write in his or her note. I will call names like how I called Loganathan Ji. Like this, I call, the student has to come and answer. 3. This will give me an understanding that what has reached and what has not reached. This is practiced as a wonderful technique in an offline class and online class. 3 questions. Key learnings of today. சும்மா மைக்க ஆன் பண்ணி உள்ள என்டர் பண்ணிட்டு வச்சுட்டு போயிருந்தான்னா கண்டிப்பா ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டுக்கு தெரியாது. Key learning. And the point which you understand well, the point you did not understand. I have been able to tell you few things, sir. I don't know if I answered your question to your satisfactory level.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am. There is no second thought. Really.
To add one more point, sir, here. To add one more point, in MS Teams we have an option called poll. So what will happen is, in the class we can give some MCQ question in the poll, and it will pop up in the middle of the class. And all the students will be answering, and we should be able to know how many are given A, B, and C. That means they will be active in the class.
Okay.
Is it okay, sir?
Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Kalyani ji, if there are no more questions.
Yes, ma'am. You can formally conclude, and you will also tell the whole of things.
Okay. Yeah, please. From the organizers, did you find this session useful?
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, it's useful, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you.
Activity-based learning, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much for your valuable, informative session, ma'am. I thank the participants for your patience listening, as well as more interactive, and you have done activity whichever given by Dean Academics at Dr. M.Vasanthi, ma'am. Thank you all for your valuable presence. Thank you, ma'am. Vasanthi, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am, for your informative and useful session.
Thank you, one and all involved in the conduct of this activity, the organizing team, Dr. Kalyani and Dr. Prince Winston, and my very best wishes and sincere prayers for the well-being of each one of the participants. God bless each one of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Can I leave, Dr. Kalyani?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. We will share the feedback, ma'am. We will consolidate the feedback and share.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Participants are requested to fill the feedback form.
Ma'am, we couldn't see the feedback link, ma'am.
The feedback link is in the chat box. Those who are not completed, you can fill the feedback form.
Ma'am, we couldn't see the feedback link. That's what we are attending using mobile phone. I couldn't see that.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello. Hello,
Yeah,
morning.
ma'am.
How you can post it?
Yeah, actually, morning session, I didn't get the feedback, ma'am. I tried for that, but that was not visible to me. Now it's okay.
Now you have to get the feedback.
So kindly consider, ma'am. This check the attendance and timing. Consider. Thank you.
Sir, morning I have posted in chat box, sir. Why you didn't get a feedback form? Hello. Suresh, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, morning also chat box we have posted, sir.
Okay, ma'am, but I was unable to see it. I was waiting and again seeing, but
Okay, sir, you can personally make a.
I just messaged to our Mariappan sir, I think.
So whether he gave the link, sir.
Sorry, ma'am.
Whether he gave the link or not, sir, for morning session.
No, ma'am. No. I just informed him. Okay. I thought that there was no link for morning session.
Sir, whether you can give your mobile number, I can give a feedback link, sir. Otherwise, I can give it in. Huh?
Shall I write it in the chat box now?
Okay, sir.
Okay, ma'am, please.
உங்க பேனாதான். Sir, thank you, sir. I have noted. I can send the feedback link for a morning session, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you.